Good morning everybody and welcome to Potters Resort here in Norfolk for the Just 2021 World Indoor Bowls Championships. Coming up first this morning we see our first World Open Pairs game. Falkner, MBE and Greg Harlow take on Damien Doubler and Daniel Salmon. Let's have a quick look what we've got for the rest of today. 2 o'clock this afternoon, Les Gillett and Jason Greenslade. They take on Perry Martin and Wayne Wilgris. Approximately 3:45, Simon Skelton and Mike Stepney play Scott Edwards and Andy Walters. And this evening's game at 7:30, Paul Foster MBE and Alex Marshall MBE take on a Scottish pair of James Rippey and Darren Weir. So back to this morning's game, we're going to have a quick look at the officials. Our marker is Alan Thornhill and our umpire is Sandra McLeish. So ladies and gentlemen, it's time to go down to the portable rink and let's bring on our players. Representing Wales, playing in green, a former World Indoor Bowls Council winner and a Commonwealth Games gold medalist. A young pairing that delighted the crowds here at Potters Resort in 2017, narrowly missing out on this title. Please welcome Damien Doubler and Daniel Salmon. And their oppositions this morning representing England, playing in red. This pairing has 8 world titles between them and narrowly awarded MBE and 1/2 of last year's World Open Pairs champions. Please welcome Ellen Falkner MBE and world number 6 Greg Harlow. Well, once again, everybody, good morning and welcome to Hopton-on-Sea here at Potters Resort for this first game of the World Indoor Bowls Championships for 2021. I'm delighted this morning to be joined in the commentary box by world number 1, Nick Brett. Good morning, Nick.
Morning everyone. How are we all doing?
How have you been coping during this year, Nick?
Well, I kind of was going all right until about a month ago. Busy at work, watched more films than I knew existed.
So the obvious thing to start with, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, it's a very, very different looking World Championships this year. Obviously being played behind closed doors due to the COVID restrictions. However, I think we're all agreeing that it's amazing to see bowls back on TV, and I think it's very much needed for the sport personally. The other thing you'll notice in the pairs event this year, we've gone back to the original format with 2 bowl pairs. Same sets format. 2 sets of 9 ends and a 3-end tie break should they be needed. Be a slightly quicker game this, the 2 bowl pairs game. It's a lot faster. Some say a little bit harder, Nick.
Definitely harder. Unless it'll be less shots played, it'll be more on the draw. If you're generally in trouble, you'll have less bowls around. So yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a lot more of a drawing game. I think with the extra bowl, sometimes it just gives you that kind of extra chance to play something a little bit more wild and then recover with the 3rd.
Yeah, definitely you could play shots and you've still got 2 bowls in your hand if you like. A pretty good start, to be honest. First end, it's not too bad from either side.
That's right, of course we must remember most players have probably not played hardly any bowls at all since probably March time. Some clubs have been open depending on what part of the country the players are from. Portable rink's been down just a couple of days now at Potters. See, there's less practice time available due to all the restrictions that we're following, keeping everybody safe. Good ball coming here from Daniel. It's a great start.
Can get them both there, Greg, now if you want to.
I think Greg might be attacking this.
Yeah, famous forehand runner.
Yeah, underused, I think.
Come on, Greg.
A bit more for the both.
Well done, mate. One gone. Well done.
Yeah, Salmon, go again.
Yeah, in the area. Got rid of one.
Down Daniel's backhand is a left-handed player. Ball will take just a slightly different line to the other players.
You've got 2 seconds, Greg, but I mean if you got it on the spot, it's 2 for sure. Up to you, it's a length.
I'll have another pot, mate.
Yep.
Yeah, why not, Greg?
Early doors, isn't it?
Yeah, just scratching about for a length. Sometimes it's easy just to attack the head. Playing slightly slower this year.
Hey.
Just to bend a bit now.
Good try. One down, mate.
One shot, double and Salmon.
So the Welsh pair take the opening shot. You probably notice here the other difference, keeping the players safe. Each lead has their own mat and jack. All mats and jacks are sanitised before and after every single game. We've got a good stock of them here.
Jack then, 26.
All jacks are the same. If you are new to the game, there's no advantage from swapping jacks. The jack doesn't have a bias. Slight click of the fingers there.
Normally tells us it's heavy, but it doesn't look too bad at all.
No. I'd take that.
Yeah, he's first bowl of the first 2 ends for Dame's been pretty good.
Yeah, certainly has, and I think it's key in 2-bowl pairs. If you can just get your front 2 bowls very, very close, it's always going to put the skip in pressure. Good thing about this format as well, if you're struggling, you can swap over in between sets. It's a great response from Ellen.
Yeah, very good standard so far. I know it's early doors, but no side are giving much away.
Ellen Falkner obviously just been awarded an MBE for services to the sport. It's a great achievement for Ellen, and I think it's thoroughly deserved as well.
Definitely, she's won most things in the game on the green, and certainly done her share off of it.
Yeah, that's right. Sometimes it's just not all about what you do on the green. It's all the other work she does behind the scenes for coaching and promoting the sport. Overplayed this, but it's not going to finish too bad, I don't think, Nick. It's in a receiving position.
Yeah, I think it was Greg Calder to put one past. I think that'll do. It's got the spot at some point. Ideally, it would have been a yard shorter, would have been a touch better, but it'll win the spot if Dan gets the little touch and slits it round back of the 2 green. Greg will probably plan a runner anyway.
Playing to arrive at this bowl, just holding away. Very difficult shot to play normally. Be interesting to see with the green being slightly slower this year, Nick, whether it will allow the players to have a more, selection of shots available to them.
Yeah, on a normal, you don't normally get the just over the pace shot. Still the hardest one to play. I know we say it every year, but it still is the hardest one.
Well, there's no change from when you left me, to be honest. It's, you know, could you get a little bell off the inside of mine?
Similar weight or drop a touch?
Yeah, I don't mind your weight on the inside right.
Damien then just asking Daniel just to arrive at this head again, just bring the line in. It looks tight.
Yeah, it
Probably
punishes
not
if you're
room,
tight.
is there? But
It's
Yeah, not.
too risky to...
Yeah. I mean, there isn't a natural line back to it there.
he's just looking to get jack eye and sit in, but
Not an easy shot. Obviously the open hand, the forehand, is where all the danger is. He doesn't want to just make contact with the shot bowl. If you can just sneak round like you say and fall back.
One shot, Falkner and Harlow.
Oh, two ends played, one apiece. And don't forget, if you can't stay with us all day, you can catch up on the normal channels, worldbowlstour.tv, and on our Facebook and YouTube channels, with you for every single bowl sent. You're with us for a week, Nick, are you?
I am, yes.
Marvellous.
Yes. Sorry about that, but I'm here. Yeah.
That's your punishment for breaking your arm.
Yeah. Yeah.
One spot.
So gone very, very short with this jack. I think it's going back.
Had it stayed there, that would have been a tester, early doors.
It would have been, yeah.
I think Greg's secretly pleased.
So you'll see here now, obviously, the jacks are swapped. Damien has his own jack. Mats are okay, obviously, because he's leaving it in the same position, so it's not touched.
Jack length 25 meters.
Are you coping with all the COVID restrictions, Nicky, here?
Yeah, it's same as everywhere, and sometimes I'm just about walking out the door. Oh, I haven't got my mask.
Yeah.
You know, one way in, one way out. I'm like, oh no, I can't go that way. So yeah, same as always. You do get the hang of them in the end, but it's to keep everyone safe, isn't it? So it's needs must.
Yeah, that's right. It's certainly strange being on a resort that, you know, there's normally at least 1,000 people enjoying themselves at Potters. This year there's just the players and officials and tech crew. It seems quite eerie at times.
Yeah, I've never walked down so many corridors with no one in them.
Yes, exactly. Just needs to make the trip now. Of course, all the players are in their own protective bubbles. Fair to say there's been a lot of work gone into this, Nick. It's you know, a tremendous amount of work, and it can only be applauded really what they've done to make this event happen. Very, very impressed with the safety procedures in place.
Oh, without a doubt, from all sides. The people organising it on the tour, fantastic.
Two green.
Potters have made everything available. Yeah, even dining is like, I've never been so far away from anybody.
Yes, that's right. It's normally just your cologne.
Yeah, I showered last week.
Oh, another really, really good start here from the Welsh pair. Damien's putting Greg under all kinds of pressure.
Yeah, good standard up front. I mean, 3 for 3 at the minute.
Run quicker.
Line onto the
Nice and
jack.
solid.
Yeah,
Well
done.
played.
Well played. Well played.
So you can just see there, Alan Thornhill has just sanitised his hands. He'll remove the jack and place it into the position and then re-sanitise. They'll have the cleanest hands in the world.
Yeah. It won't be the softest though.
Heads up. As long as you can now.
Yeah, it's a game of 2-bowl singles now, but unfortunately Greg's only got one.
That's right. They really are playing well, the Welsh pair. I think the competition's wide open, to be honest, this year, Nick. It depends on who can get as many bowls played as possible, I think.
Yeah, well, even people that have played some bowls, I doubt they've played any competitions in anger, so they've just been rolling for practice. They may have had a game against somebody, but with nothing on it.
No.
So it's can you...
Oh, well played, Greg.
Sit. Well done. Well done.
Yeah, one down, mate. If you just beat your own, you're shot.
I think competitive bowls is completely different to just going having a roll-up. I think it's more concentration. I think when you've nothing to play or nothing to beat, it's very, very hard to concentrate and actually achieve what you've gone out to achieve, I think.
Yeah, it's whoever can get on a roll. If you can...
Yeah.
Well played, Gregos.
1 shot, Falkner and Harlow.
Oh, another single.
Our Jack's down there.
Yeah, certainly a tight scoring game and a good standard, to be fair. We said there'd be more drawing.
Yeah, it's been a very good standard.
We said there'd be more drawing before we started, and Greg's played 3 runners already.
Well, Greg's just sent Ellen's Jack down. That's allowed, obviously, because they're in their own protective bubble playing together.
That one is up.
Remember when the only bubbles we had were in a champagne glass?
Yeah, low ends are different ones now this year.
Jack length 26 meters.
To play slightly further, 26 metres.
All right, no worries. Next one.
Yeah, tried to hold one in up the backhand. There is a flatter line, but if you just don't quite get it.
Yeah, it's strange, that backhand, isn't it? There's definitely 2 ways in.
Definitely, yeah.
Of course, to the right of the screen is where you would normally see the big grandstand. To run now. Slightly looser end this end. Plenty of room.
Talked him into that one, didn't I? He clicked his fingers last time, bowled front knocker, so...
Not far away with this.
That might be a sign that he likes it then, rather than he's heavy.
Yeah, just a little trail on the jack for 2.
2 green.
Greg's confident with this one. He's left his chalk on.
That's right, just under the bowl. As soon as see.
Decent track on the... If he's got the right weight, is he?
Needs to run.
Hurry. Hurry. Well played, Gregos. Well played.
Well, it's held back, but it should be just enough for the shot bowl.
Yeah, one down, Dan. It's probably
Played
under
some-
that ball there.
Played some good stuff early.
Yeah,
Yep.
you can draw under it.
Daniel playing down his backhand. Looking just to arrive at this jack. Wants to bend.
Good effort, mate. Good effort.
Very good effort.
That one is that far behind, Greg. So anything in there you can count and cover.
Okay.
Say Greg needs to, I don't know, he's almost tempted to get to the black 2 green, because Dan's got a shot to nothing if not much changes.
Yeah, I think he can just put maybe a foot or 18 inches on his last bowl. Cover the back 2 and even count for another shot.
Great effort again.
Have a wait.
Well played, Gregor.
It's very well played.
Well played.
Yeah, he's started pretty good.
Still just the one, Dan. It's similar.
There's a
ball.
chance here for Dan. He could force that green ball through the head. Just hangs wide, he'll get the jack. Pace like.
He's still just up unless he can get off the back red.
Just too thin.
1 shot, Falkner and
Again, a
Harlow.
very good effort. The English pair that take a further lead here in the first set.
After 4 ends.
Yep, decent standard of game so far. If this is going to be that all the way through, the 9-month gap's not hurt too many people.
That's right. Sometimes a break does you good, I think, Nick, as well. When you're playing all the time, you come back. I think you come back a bit fresher. Kind of, you get the want to win, I suppose.
Well, yeah, well, you're at the top of your concentration, aren't you? Because you've not been playing, so you don't know what you're going to...
Yeah. I think it does force you to really, really concentrate on everything. More the delivery as well. It's getting that consistent delivery back as quick as you can.
Yeah, I find if I hit my ankle just below, that's perfect.
Start here, Bells. Well played. Play, Bells.
Oh, well played, Ellen.
Yeah, decent starter.
How's your new fame since your internet sensation?
Yeah, quietened down a bit, so that's good.
Yep.
Yeah, I've done a couple of interviews this week about it and about the championships. So yeah,
That's right, if our records are correct, it's over 10 million views now, Nick.
yeah, 9 million on my mum, I think.
Yeah. Good old mum. Ellen. Again. I think it was great for the sport, actually, Nick. It was some of the edits on it, you know, in the bars and things. I think it was just fantastic just to see. You know, everyone was saying that magical one word.
Yeah, ridiculous. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, to be fair, whether it's the best bowl ever, I don't think it is. But with all the surrounding commentary with it, and Greg telling everybody what he wanted me to do, and like I say, hitting my ankle in the right place and it finishing through the gap, certainly it can't harm our sport with publicity like that. And if there's 2 or 3 more played this year, hopefully the same thing will happen.
Well, exactly. I think it's kind of like it was exactly at the right time with the right atmosphere in the right place, and it just went viral, and it was fantastic. You know, it's very, very rare. You know, bowls get seen in such an amazing light, really. So it was good to see. Thank you for that.
In terms of standard of bowls played, probably the best bowl of the game was Alex's game down, I think, later on in the game when he threw the forehand.
That's right. Made a tremendous bowl. He's just making the trip. Just wants to get back to the jack and fall back.
Still got the one, Greg.
How far's the last one gone?
That much. I mean, you can, draw there.
Nice backhand draw. Looking to get round the head. Sit the green bowl. We'll make a second shot and it won't make the head any bigger.
Yeah, just be looking to sneak round the back, won't he?
Come on, Gregor. Everything you've got now. Hurry, hurry. Yeah, well done, well done.
Have to make a pair.
Yeah, it's 2 down, mate. It's very similar.
concentrate on making the draw, and I think if you get the jack, it'd be a bit of a bonus. Sometimes if you go chasing, you can just push through.
Yeah, like I said on this surface before, if you're just up, very rarely do you get, unless you get the wide green.
Yeah.
Two, Greg, well done.
2 shots, Falkner and Harlow.
But Ellen and Greg
Set
extend their
score,
lead.
5-1
5
after
shots to
5
1
ends.
now. 4 ends remaining.
Certainly not phased Greg having a new partner anyway. Probably got a better one.
Yes, I think some may say he was pleased.
Yeah, he did seem rather happy, yeah.
Jack length 26 metres.
Sticking with the 26 metre length jack. Starting to play herself in this game now. Such a vast, experienced player. Played on all kinds of surfaces. Both hemispheres, and out very well looking at her achievements. Ladies World Match Play Champion 2006-2016. World Mixed Pairs 2019.
Yeah, good CV all around the world, Ellen.
Yep. Four Atlantic Rim gold medals, 2005 through to 2015.
Bye, Bill.
I suppose the good thing about swapping partners, I suppose, Greg and Ellen know each other quite well from playing together for years, so it won't be too much of a drama for either.
That's right, they know each other's game, strengths and weaknesses. That's always a slight advantage. Oh, looks like it's very close for shot.
1 green.
Yeah, just confirmed by Alan Thornhill. 1 shot to green.
Right on cue.
See Sandra McLeish back in the fold as well. Vast experience of umpiring.
Yeah, I think the general standard of officials is pretty
Excellent.
good.
Yeah, very excellent. Rip.
Great try. Any of that?
Good chance here for the Welsh pair to get themselves back in this game at this end. Yard short. Chance for Greg. Small adjustment in pace. Is it reaching?
Doesn't look quite up, but unless he could...
Tap off the bowl. Well, that's definitely helped that.
A little wiggle of the hips on the way in.
Don't think it'd been far away with a miss, to be fair, but it certainly made it slightly better. There's a chance here. Must reach.
Yeah, if he's not too quick, he's not bad.
Hit the brakes right now. Very unlucky. On the jack would have been very good.
Come on, Greg, well done.
1 shot, Falkner and Harlow.
Set score 6-1 after 6 ends.
quite an interesting score, really, Nick, because they came out the stables very, very quick, the Welsh pair. I think it's just a few key bowls from Greg that have changed the scoreline.
Yeah, Greg had a conversion shot, second and third end, I think, which just, got him to score, then played the draw. Dan's been forced into a tricky draw and not played a couple of timers, just over the pace, which if you don't get very often,
Jack length, 26.5 metres.
you just lose an end. All of a sudden, you're 5 or 6-1 behind and wondering how, because it's not been that much in it.
Yeah, I think sometimes you can get sucked into playing that just over shot, where really it's sometimes better just to attack it, maybe not get the maximum result, but just to get the result.
Correct.
Played else, great start. Great start.
And at 5 or 6-1, you see, Els can relax into it first bowl and has done.
Yeah, she has.
And Greg's latched onto the, following a couple of runners, latched onto the draw pace pretty good.
Played the hit and recover well.
Touching the outside. Switch.
The forehand.
Well, gentle touch. Good there, well done, well played. Yeah, mate, any movement on it?
Decent finish, to be honest.
Yeah, sometimes they say change your hand, change your pace. A good swing on this hand.
Yeah, gets all the way back with whatever you've got, to be honest.
Very unlucky. Excellent bowl.
It is a fantastic bowl, but to a degree made it a touch worse.
Yes,
One
it's...
red.
Yeah, it's kind of blocked it in a little bit there now. But it's a live bowl. You can see it's just been marked by the spray chalk. And for those new viewers out there, that becomes a live bowl. So once the bowl's sent, if it touches the jack after it's left the player's hand on its original course, that becomes a live bowl, and that's identified by a spray chalk. Sometimes people use just an ordinary stick of chalk in a normal game, but at such a high level, obviously we don't want people touching the bowls, so we elect to use a chalk spray. So if that bowl is now hit into the ditch at the back of the rink and stays within the two confines, which are the yellow strips, that bowl will still be in play. If it goes outside and hits the side barriers, that's what we call outside the confines of the rink, and that will be removed from play. It's always great to use this platform as well, Nick, to get the new viewers.
Oh, outstanding! If this you're not interested in watching this format,
so many different formats used to this sport, the northern and southern hemisphere.
Yeah, all good, yeah.
and I think you can hear the players discussing what they're playing, so almost self-explanatory.
Yeah, I think it's quite good to hear what the players are saying. It's good for to see what tactics are and the motivation people have.
Perhaps don't need to meet me after I've missed. I think Greg's just trying to block here, isn't he?
Yep, looking to play one in the way, try and force Daniel into playing that harder shot. This is where the tactics come into the game. It's not always just about drawing to the jack. There's many, many different tactics used.
Either that or is it his leg?
It's making them think about this.
I don't know whether it's worth. I know we haven't got anything here, but it's worth giving yourself a chance for your first. Because that sort of blocked your line.
Sometimes you just have to play the shot, you know, because you could get the red bowl thin here. And
Yes. Just be in the area and just ride your luck. It's not far away,
Just
Nick.
the ball. Oh, played it well done, mate.
It's exactly what you said.
yeah, sometimes it's just a case of hitting the target, and if it goes your way,
Shot bowl's just 3 lengths.
Very good result. And this shows you the difference between the 2-bowl and 3-bowl pairs. I think it would have been 3-bowl pairs if he just played that without a care.
Yeah, for sure.
4-hand draw for Greg.
Come on, Gregos. Come on, all the way now. Run. Run, Gregos. Come on, right up.
Gregos.
Yeah, all sorts of names, Gregos. Just add a letter, don't you? And
Line the one, mate. It's just beating that, really. It's that far down. 2 feet.
Change his profile. Gregos Harlow.
yeah. Kay's normally in charge of nicknames. Don't know whether Ellen's got that one sanctioned yet.
Well done, mate. Good.
Oh, well played.
2 shots, doubler and salmon.
And that's a much needed pair at this stage of this set.
Good jack there.
Yeah, it wasn't looking likely, was it? And very good too in the end. I mean, didn't have a lot.
Set score 6-3 after 7 ends.
Yeah, just 3 behind now. 2 ends to play.
Go on, do. A little bit longer, maybe? Yeah.
Ellen and Greg just need to score a 2. Finish this set. This is end 8, this, so it's 6 and 3.
Jack length 29 metres.
So straight away, lengthening this jack, 29 metres.
Yeah, they're just looking to change something, really, aren't they?
Yes, that's right. Almost a full length. Full length on this rink is 29.5. Shorter than most rinks. Obviously, it's sat within the international arena here at Potter's Resort.
Right, line, Hill.
It's laid in exactly the same place as well, even though we've not got the stands in position. The green is absolutely bang where it normally is.
Yeah, lights are in this position, aren't they? So, for this particular surface, so.
Make the trip now. It's lacking still.
Same again, mate.
Chance now for Ellen just to close down this first set.
Yeah, they're certainly in a good position. You know, scoreboard and on this end at the moment.
Slightly heavier, tighter line.
1 red.
Dan will be looking to get the first one in.
That's right, you just take all the pressure off. There's still plenty of room, Nick.
There is, but he'll know he'll need to score, otherwise it's very difficult getting a 4 last end.
Again, just not making the trip. All kinds of trouble now. Down a good line.
Well done. Well played. Well done.
Yeah, decent, but there's still room.
Yeah, there's still a foot to 18 inches. Needs to get at least second with this bowl.
Come on.
Yeah, it doesn't look quite up.
A little wiggle. No, again, just short, so that'll be the 2 shots needed to take this first set. 8 shots to 3 for the English pair.
2 shots, first set, Falkner and Harlow.
Yep, decent performance. You know,
Yeah, I think overall it's been some good play from both pairs. I think the key to this set was just the conversions early on in the game. You know, Greg was able to make the conversions and get out a little bit of trouble the first couple of ends, and the chances were there for the Welsh pair, but you know, it's just not easy. They weren't left anything particularly easy. It was a couple of
Greg's
tricky
sat
runners.
better.
Yes.
Greg's well, when he was down, his head sat better, didn't they?
Yeah,
For Dan,
absolutely.
it was just over and didn't really look great for much. But sometimes you probably just have to play it anyway and hope it goes your way sometimes.
Yeah, so in this position, Nick, you got to just knuckle down, I guess. Try and play yourself back in this first set. Get in nice and early.
Yeah, sets are sets, aren't they? You know, the first one's over. Now you get to start again, and not every time. Normally roles reversed, don't they?
Yeah, that's right.
26 meters.
I think that's the beauty of the sets play, Nick. You can get, you know, walloped, I guess, in the first set, and then you can just, like you say, reset. It gives you that chance again. There's nothing worse in a traditional game of bowls than being 15 behind with another 10 ends to play. It's a bit demoralising, I guess.
Yeah, I think that's why sets play, certainly for TV, is great. You know, if you get a runaway lead for 7 or 8 ends, invariably hard to come back.
Yes.
But sets play is like a reset halfway through, isn't it? So
That's right. And of course, if they wanted to, they could have swapped over. They've elected to stay as they are.
if they're like me and Greg, we always forget about that. We've known the rule for years, but never remember halfway through.
Like that, as soon as you let go.
Okay.
Couple of feet, mate.
One green.
It's great to see viewers from all around the world tuning in. I hope you've all been staying
Great start
nice
here.
and safe
Well
during this
played.
pandemic. I'm sure you're as pleased as we are to see
Well, you gotta
bowls
pick it up.
back on your screens.
Yeah, I would. I think we still got it.
I think for sure the players are great, very pleased to be back playing, even though they wouldn't have had much practice, but it's shown that they've not lost too much, and if the opening game's anything to go by.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's why we said before that I think it's important that we got the sport back on TV and made it happen.
Yeah, still that much for shot.
Okay.
A better start. Nice backhand draw from Greg.
Come on, Gregos.
Well, Els certainly likes it.
Come on, all the way down now. Bend. Bend. Hurry. Well played, Greg. Swap. Well
He's
done.
done it again.
Yeah, he's definitely found a good pace, hasn't he, Greg? No doubt about that.
Now I think it's time to take a chance and just attack this.
For sure, he's got a good position to be very unlucky to get his own.
The only danger is
It is possible,
our
but-
balls up to to yours, but like white is good and the ball is just as good. White
He needs to play this slightly quicker than what he has been playing, just keep it slightly easy for himself. Yep. Needs to move.
Move.
Well, it's one way.
Just one?
Yeah.
All those options were there.
One shot, Falkner and Salmon.
Touch fortunate, I suppose, in the end, but you're still in the ballpark.
Yeah, that's right. It's just important just to play that quicker. Keep it simple. Throw the jack down. Let's get on with it.
Yeah. He's forgot the rule already. Left his own jack down there. And he won't be the last.
No, he won't.
Just go away, I think. Right.
All new for everybody, all the new rules and protocols, just to keep everybody safe. Just take a game or two just to get used to them.
Jack length 25 meters.
Of course, there's no shot clock in the pairs. You can see the shot clock behind that will be activated for the singles events.
Interesting, they've obviously the last end of the, or sorry, the 8th end of the first set, they went T to T. Decided to go shorter with this one, so they've not settled on what length they want.
No, that's right. They seem to be just scratching around a little bit just to find something they're happy with. Like you say, they went long and played a few short bowls.
To be fair to Ellen and Greg, they've not necessarily, as a pair, not missed on an end.
No, exactly. Between the pair of them, they've managed just to find the odd one or two between them. That's what pairs is all about. Slip by.
Oh, played a good one here. Played a good one.
Still drawable there, foot on your last.
A bit too much.
Slightly overplayed this as Ellen, but
Might come in
Slightly
useful
better,
because
yeah.
I've got a feeling he's lining up the backhand just over the pace, leaning in to have a look.
yeah, just had a look. Damien's second bowl actually came back from quite a good angle there, even though the green is slightly heavier. You know, the angle of attack was I thought was wide when he first let go of it, but it came back with the length.
Yeah, again there is a wider track, generally a bit quicker. Is he up enough to miss the front?
To run another foot. Just enough.
Up to you, but I'd be tempted to have a go for it. I mean, it's two.
Some years when it's playing really, really quickly, some of the balls down that hand bend like a banana, you know, they come back quite quickly. Just slightly more stick here. Yeah, like you said, Nick. Slight edge.
Oh, it's one gone.
One away.
Yeah, Greg's created a position for a little drag round the corner, but again, hard shot to get.
Yes, I think Daniel will be looking at just playing just slightly past this jack to the left-hand side of your screen. Cover the trail and make another.
I think Greg will still play a similar shorter pace. You know, if it goes one down on the tee or the spot.
Yeah, you can drag the jack, land on either of those bowls. If you're slightly wide, there's always a cheeky wide bowl there to use.
Hit the target and it could jam and bounce around, so
Pick your pace and play it.
Come on, Gregos.
The area.
Go.
Clean jack. Well played.
Yeah, well done.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
One shot, doubler and salmon.
Cut it down to a single.
Yeah, he got too much of it really. He wanted to jam it in. He's in too good a touch. He wanted to get a bit less of it.
Yeah, hit it full in the face.
Set score 0-2 after 2 ends.
The jack runs an awful way on this surface, doesn't it? It's very quick, seems to scoot across the top.
Yeah, it does. You only got to get anything on it and it does scoot across quickly.
Now, where's he going to put this jack? Try slightly longer again.
Don't know. No, they're standing
Going
short.
short.
Yeah.
Jack length 24 metres.
24 metres, so 1 metre over the minimum length.
This will be a tester.
Well, click of the finger.
He's not too bad with a click of the fingers.
Yeah, he does well with that.
Pretty much jack eye. One stick there.
And it just shows how people like to play their own hand here, Nick. Most bowlers would think that was in the way.
Yeah, and it probably is just, but you take one if you just get to it. You take getting on the back of it because you'd be close. So if you do prefer to lead off one side, there's no reason why one, unless it is a yard short, really in the way. But that's close enough. If you got near it, it's going to give Greg some head position at some point.
Slightly wider line with your second.
And now Els's bowl's where it is now is perfect. If she can just get a little touch.
Slightly bring it in.
Time bells. Rolls. Great ride. Well done. Good bowls.
And finish well.
Yeah, even though it's not holding, they're in a good spot. Sure, Greg will be tempted to play over the pace the other way, though, I think. But
Yeah, down the forehand, yeah.
Yeah. Depending on what Dan does, obviously, what he forces him into.
I think Dan's going to play something similar to Ellen, I think. Looking to tuck away just behind the wing bowl.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too disappointed with this one because you've got the spot now.
Yes.
Covering Ellen's bowl's obviously the target, but it's still not easy just to play that neat little tuck in there.
That's right.
And he'll know that, and he could well just be trying to draw the shot as well.
Yeah, like you say, Nick, there's a couple of options here. We can sit either of the green bowls. Touch on this jack will be perfect. He's got it.
I told you it was difficult, that shot.
It's a great bowl.
Perfect, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely perfect.
There's only two options here. He's either got to just attack this or play something similar to Greg.
Inside edge of that green bowl is the perfect angle.
3 red.
Yes, I think just slightly over the pace might be the favourite. Trouble is, if he hits this, Greg's got a bowl to recover it.
Yeah, he'll take one down though, wouldn't he?
Oh yes. Just arriving down his backhand.
This will bend a massive, this will.
Punishes you, doesn't it? Just under that line.
Yeah.
Safe draw on the backhand. Appointment in Daniel's face.
Yeah, and he's only a bowl away from being good, but if you
Well, sit back.
3 shots, Falkner and Harlow.
First 3 of the game.
Yeah, good. Like I said, good end all round. Greg played a monster to tuck it to L's bowls that probably weren't holding it, but made them look really
Set
nice.
score 3-2 after 3 ends.
Yeah, it was a fantastic bowl, and it left it pretty safe as well, Nick. Wasn't a massive target, forced Daniel into playing the very difficult shot.
Yeah, like I said, he tried to play the difficult shot 2 or 3 times, and sometimes it's just better to go a bit quicker,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Jack length 26.5 metres.
But it's still only 2-3 or 3-2, whichever you want to.
Yeah, there's just 1 in it. Plenty of ends remaining. Don't forget we have another good pairs game for you this afternoon at 2 p.m. Have an English and Welsh combination of Les Gillett and Jason Greenslade against Perry Martin and Wayne Wilgrist. Another cracking game on the cards for you.
Yeah, I think all the players like pairs. Obviously, massive pressure in the singles. I think, you know, when you can half the pressure playing in the pairs is, albeit it's a tough game, 2 bowl pairs, but I think they all enjoy it. Well, I do, because I've normally got someone to carry me, so that always helps.
Good job you're only light.
Getting heavier, though.
Well played, Ellen. Just make the trip. Just going to fall. Bit of a wobble.
Ellen and Greg keeping the pressure on.
Yeah.
They're not giving them an easy chance to get back in, are they?
No, that's right. Sometimes it's always hard being the first game up.
Well, yeah, I think so. Even more. This tournament, with however many months, 9 or so months that we haven't played, they'll all be thinking, how am I going to play? I've rolled up all right, practiced all right, but you still don't know until you actually get out there, do you?
I think it must be very strange as well, because obviously with the atmosphere or lack of, you know, there's no crowd, and it's how you motivate yourself, I guess, when you're coming on to motivate to play well.
Yeah, I just with that sort of thing, with the no crowd piece, you just got to realise you're playing still in the World Championships.
Yes. That's the plus side to that, is I guess the lack of distraction, and that allow you to concentrate more. I suppose there's pros and cons.
Yeah.
Depends on the player as well. Some players naturally love the crowd, don't they? They love that kind of like the atmosphere that they draw from that. But and other players, I don't think it affects them as much. They just get on with it.
Yeah, some don't like playing in front of. They do because they happen to be good at the game and can handle the pressure. But some do like playing to a crowd.
Yes. Some of the old favourites, like John Price, Ian Shoeback, they all used to like playing to the crowd as well as for the crowd.
Well, yeah, and there is that as well. But hopefully in the very near future.
Oh, he's been unlucky. Very unlucky. He's just found the hole.
1 shot, Falkner and Harlow.
Just a little slight touch either way. I think he'd just managed to hold on to that jack for the shot.
Set score 4-2 after 4 ends.
Yeah, getting close, but just losing another end to keep the board going the wrong way.
A nice selection of the Langham Glass trophies there on the left-hand side of your screen. That's being played for during the next couple of weeks.
Jack length 25 metres.
First of the finals will be on Monday the 18th, live on the BBC. I missed this line again. Right, chance here now. That's where you need to start putting the pressure on, Nick.
Yeah, it certainly there's an opening here. Get your first bowl in, and you can control the end to a degree. Can't stop your opponent playing a good bowl, but if you get one in close, you can maybe force them into an error.
Bad start.
Okay, no worries.
We're looking at just slotting another one in here now. Just trying to close the gap up between the shot and the jack. Well, it's counting.
Yeah, way Greg's been playing. I'm not going to say they're close enough. They score, but I think he will beat them unless he shocks me.
We're looking at 18 inches to 2 feet. So down the forehand. Taking effect now, but I just don't think it's going to get back in time.
Yeah, just up with that one. It wasn't. Line was good enough.
Now, at the end, they can make the move to slow down.
Touch. Hello.
Slightly narrower line from Greg. What's the pace like?
It certainly looks less, but
Sticking still. Not much at all, that ball.
oh, like you, I thought he was on a tighter track, which he probably was, and didn't get as much bend.
Big chance here now for Welsh boys. Good yard of room here to make 3.
Come on, when you can.
And it run. Urging this forward.
Well,
Two shots, doubler and salmon.
back on level terms.
Yep, 4 apiece, 4 ends remaining. And of course, going back to 2017,
Score,
these
4-4
Welsh lads
after
just
5
narrowly
ends.
missed out on this title, Nick.
Yeah, played fantastic in doing so. So they'll have good memories to draw back on, and know they can. You know, I think they want, if I remember rightly, run a couple of tight games that year.
Yes.
So we'll be looking to sneak this second set if they can, and then you're into a tie break.
That's right. They just narrowly lost out. They tied the first set, and against Gillett and Skelton, I think it was.
Jack length 27 metres.
Only just lost the second set by just a few points. They're more than capable. Of course, Daniel Salmon won the gold in the Commonwealth Games 2018 with his partner at the time, Mark Wyatt, who's now retired from international bowls. Another great player, Sparky.
Yeah. Played against Sparky right from the junior age, so he'll certainly be pleased with his gold medal.
Yeah, well deserved. And a great opener there. To the skies. Oh. Tired, he must have been on that Xbox all night.
It's finger ache.
Of course, a lot of the players are brought computers to keep themselves busy whilst they're isolating themselves in the room before play and keeping themselves busy. You're doing a lot of work and interviews.
Yeah, trying to keep myself busy and social distance, socialising with me hot
Yes.
chocolate.
You've put on weight.
Yeah.
Now, just wants to run again. It's a good track. Oh, well played. Get inside the red. That's a great bowl.
Yeah, 3 great bowls, to be honest. Greg might call Ellen to play the runner here, I'm not sure.
Hard to beat on a draw, Bells.
Have a go.
Yeah, come right for it. Ditch it.
Yep, Ellen will attack this. Skip for many years. She's stalking it.
Is
Does
it
it get
gonna-
back?
No, not quite.
Right.
You can see there Greg lifting his own player's bowl out of the ditch. That's something else that we've introduced under the COVID precautions. Normally the official would remove the bowl. However, as the players, as we've said, are in their own bubbles, that is allowed.
Would you go deep here if you were Dan? Or
Yes, I think so, with the score line. Line 2, all square, 4 ends remaining. You have to play an exceptional bowl to make a third, and then if Greg does happen to hit the head and run with the jack, he'll be in all kinds of trouble with his last. Side edge of the mat. Tied to the Nellens.
needs to spend a bit still.
Good hit, very unlucky contact.
Could have gone a lot worse, so I think he'll take that.
Yep.
And he'll almost certainly be 2 down by the time he plays his next bowl. But Dan's have to play under on the
Yes.
backhand, I think.
He's going to have to play across the rink.
That's the spot there. So,
Do you think best off
I
there?
don't think you're not
The
gonna-
jack's just stayed within about a foot of the confines of the rink.
Close you can down there. Like,
Yeah.
you're going to finish under.
Playing a tighter line. What's the pace like? Needs to run. Ooh,
Yeah.
he's dropped that.
Yeah, he made the count, but
Greg will beat this.
he's going up the forehand as well. He's played the. I think there is enough room because you don't.
See, on the inside of the mat, trying to hold this bowl up for as long as he can. It's got plenty of room here, Nick.
Yeah, has he run enough to get?
No. Well, that was an interesting couple of bowls.
Salmon.
Yeah, chose the harder side to do it, but just didn't quite get out there to hold it up.
Set score 4-5 after 6 ends.
So, the Welsh pairing just shove the noses just in front here.
Jack length 24.5 metres.
On the feet. Right down. A lot.
Getting to the business end of the game now, Jason.
That's right, yeah, just the 3 ends remaining. It's we normally would say the crowd love a tie break.
Well, they still do, but they're just watching with us.
Yeah, the virtual crowd. I'm sure there's plenty of people watching. There's not much else we can do at the moment. He's all following their favourites. Ellen, have you made this adjustment?
Looks like she has.
Urging it forward.
He's doing his own cheering.
One red.
Rent a crowd. I think it's right in saying the players are allowed in the auditorium at the far stands with masks.
Yeah, everybody's been tested, so with all the protocols, masks, sanitizer all over the place. So there's a seating area that's permanently fixed at the back there.
Bit of a loose end this end. There's plenty of room for both teams. Red just have the advantage at the moment.
Greg tucks one,
That don't matter, mate.
tucks another one in.
Centre line the green, so whatever you want to do.
Both hands are available. Safest.
Flatter line. Would you be tempted to
Play the bowl.
play the bowl? You can nearly get it with that last plant.
Yeah, I would, mate, yeah. Come on, do it.
I know it gives Greg still room to draw the shot, but didn't fancy it.
I was looking to stick to the draw. But played. It's not coming back, is it?
It's trying its best, but
Just sticking.
yeah.
Pace is really good, yeah.
Yeah, I thought you might have attacked that, Nick. There's a couple of chances on that front pack.
Yeah, because he could have got a double contact and left one close, and give Greg a free one.
And Miss Ellens, and he's in for two. Played.
And he duly
Two
took the
shots,
chance.
Falkner and Harlow.
But as we move into end 8 of
Set
9,
score 6-5 after
6-5 it is. Ellen and Greg can afford to tie this second set. Doesn't make any difference. They'll still go through to the next round. Damien and Daniel need to secure the set, force it into a 3-end tiebreak. No timeouts used.
Jack length 26
Each
metres.
team gets 5 timeouts. That's because we have no shot clock. Meters again.
Yeah, preferred length for,
Yes.
for Ellen and Greg, for sure.
5 of the ends that we've played have all been 26, and they've scored on them. Slipping by again. Another chance for Damien.
Didn't hear click of the fingers for this one. But
Still gone to the jack. That's
Yeah.
very well played. Slight touch of the jack. That's his job done.
2 green.
Greg might be just tempted here, or
I think he'll draw with the first one. There is always an option depending on what Dan does with his first, I think. But I think he'll draw with the first one. As a rule, he likes this backhand, so
back very well. Just fall over. Similar bowl for Daniel.
Might be second, I think.
Draw to the jack, draw to the red bowl and sit it back.
yeah, one or two does, I suppose, does make a difference at this time. But they need to score both ends, really.
Yes, definitely. Not too far away here. To run for the jack now. A nice little touch. Oh, well played. It's a very good bowl.
Might even have made 3 with a little touch, and that does make a difference, obviously.
Yes, I think it will be 3.
3 green.
Confirmed by Alan Thornhill.
See, this sets up for just over the pace at the backhand, looking at it, but again, as we said before,
Tends to stick by, doesn't it, with a bit of weight down there?
Yeah. Or you bring her in a bowl and dives quickly. So if he's going to play pace, I think it will be a quick pace and aim at the middle bowl, and you get either of the outside ones or the jack movement. It should cut the 3 down.
Yes, I think even if they just lose a pair this end, it's still the same. They just have to score shot.
Correct.
Next end, so the 2's irrelevant. It's the 3 that's the different. So like you say, just attack it. Just remove one of those 3 bowls.
Come on, Gregos.
And he's in the area.
Wants 2 of them. Oh, well played, Greg.
Brilliant. Well
What a great
played.
bowl.
Well played.
I would say it doesn't get too much better than that.
No. Played a difficult pace at it as well, and
3 red.
he's hit the target and got an absolutely perfect result as well.
Yeah, just firm enough. It wasn't, just over the draw. He played enough to stop the bend and on the tighter line. I think Dan's. Is he just going to go for the jack here? It
Well,
looks a.
Trouble is, he's actually game down here. If he drops a 3 here, then they're out. So this is a big bowl for Daniel Salmon. Must get at least second, really, ideally. It's not far away to get just up to this jack now.
Oh,
That is a great bowl.
fantastic bowl, that is.
Just needs to stay sat up now.
Fantastic, that is. Oh,
1 shot. Doubler and salmon.
Eleanor declared it, I think.
What a great bowl that was. Lying game down in all kinds of trouble. And draws one 4 inches to a
Set
displaced
score,
jack.
6-6 after 8 ends.
So it's a 1-end shootout. Sigh of relief there.
2 great bowls to finish the end, for sure.
Yeah, cracking bowls. I don't think Greg could have played his any better.
And the result was fantastic as well, because he didn't really give Dan much, and Dan stumped up a big one there, for sure.
Back to the 24 metres.
Jack length 24 metres.
Oh, crucial to get this first bowl as close as possible now in this final end. To bend a long way.
Yeah, he did get all the way back, but just enough pace to get by.
Better start from Ellen. Still plenty of room.
Nothing really, anything that passes yours will be real good.
Again, just push through that, Nick.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, he would have disappointed not to get one of them quite close in.
Okay.
Oh.
Jack's not in the easiest position in the world. Just to relax one in, you've got to really think about line and pace. It's on one of those little spots on the green that.
Yeah, it's quite difficult to actually nail that jack into where it is. You know, a good bowl is a foot away at that position.
Yeah.
So I think whoever gets this first will take this end itself.
Yeah, well, Ellen's got one, what, about 14 inches away, so that's the first one to beat.
Quick.
I think he's clicking, so.
Okay. All right.
4 of the 5 bowls are finished just a yard over. 18 inches to beat. We'll just look at closing this down.
He's just up as well, I think, isn't he? But
yeah, all sliding past.
Do this, mate. 2 feet off and got it.
Not far away, but even 6, Greg's last bowl would be very close. This is last bowl again to stay in this championships on a better line. It just needs to slow down now. Very close.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah, well played.
same bowl for Greg though, he gets it.
Yep.
Good bowl from Dan though, to be fair. Under the pressure, you know you've got to get shot.
That's right, just concentrate on just that small adjustment. Oh, will we see our first tie break? Or can Greg just snatch victory?
He won't be far away.
Come on, Gregor.
Does he beat the front one?
Everything you've got, run.
Alan's urging it forwards.
Yeah.
One shot, second set.
Yeah,
and the match.
so Greg Harlow
Greg
again
Harlow.
with another final destroying bowl takes victory from the Welsh pair. So a quick recap there. So the Welsh boys came out quite fighting quickly. It was the earlier killer bowls from Greg Harlow and the conversion shots. Took the first set 8-3. Second set, slightly better, bit of mix and match. Went all the way to a final end. But it was Ellen Falkner MBE and the world number 6 Greg Harlow that secures their place into the next round. Before we have a quick look of what's next to come, during the summer with our lockdown, our sponsors just decided to virtually take to the streets on a conquest to try and find bowl's biggest superfan. Let's have a little snippet now of how that went.
The smallest ball in the game is called a jack. Some people call it a cot, but 2 or 3 different names. But they're the 2 I would use.
Okay, so the smallest bowl in the game is called the jack.
Jack.
So that would be the little white ball, I think, which is called the jack, that's thrown first.
The smallest ball in the game of bowls is a jack.
Jack.
nearly a trick question there. I was nearly going to tell you the size of them, but yes, the smallest ball in the game is called the jack.
So that's how the start of our search to find the bowl's biggest superfan went, and let's look at this afternoon's play. 2 o'clock, Les Gillett, Jason Greenslade against Perry Martin and Wayne Wilgress. Approximately 3:45 will be Simon Skelton and Mike Stepney will take on Scott Edwards and Andy Walters. And this evening's game, Paul Foster, MBE, and Alex Marshall, MBE, take on the Scottish pair, James Rippey and Darren Weir. Thank you very much for joining us this morning. So don't forget, we'll be back with you at 2 o'clock. Until then, stay safe and stay home.